Space, the final frontier.
Hi guys, we are nice. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard. I'm Julien.
I'm Michael.
Guys, we're back.
We're back.
Menagerie Part 2.
Merengue
We didn't even
Part
talk the last. We didn't even talk the last episode.
Merengue.
That's it. Let's get right to it. I gotta see what's going on. You know what's going on.
Background.
You know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We need to know what's going on.
We need to know what's going on.
Let's go on.
What's going on?
Let's check
Guys,
this out.
what is life about?
Personal log, stardate 3013.1.
How far away?
I find it hard to believe the events of the past 24 hours.
Do you find it hard? I think we all do.
Actual images from 13 years ago of Captain Pike as he was when he commanded this vessel, and of how the Enterprise had become the first and only starship to visit Talos 4.
And when we used to wear turtlenecks.
You have deliberately invited the death penalty.
So they don't have any technology that plays videos.
Jim, please. Don't stop me. It's your career and Captain Pike's life. You must see the rest of the transmission.
See, I thought he was putting also Captain Kirk in the death penalty for taking them there, because he's also responsible for
what happens in the ship.
what happened on the ship. So I thought he was also facing that possible death sentence.
He is.
No, but he just said it's your career, but his life. So maybe he's just more of a career thing
They're
for
probably
him.
going to give Kirk a slap on the wrist for his service to the United Space. the Federation.
Talos 4.
I don't remember. But we get, three different names.
Despite all we can do, images continue to be transmitted to us from Talos 4.
Yeah, because he still has control of the ship.
The Keeper has taken over control of our screen. Do you understand, sir?
You know, the idea of being like that fit of a human being and then ending up what he's ending up being, that's so sad.
Butt face.
This is Gerard's people coming to his wedding.
This is no surprise since his vessel was
Ew.
baited so easily with a simulated message.
It doesn't get easier to look at. It doesn't.
And they're creating a whole different... Oof.
Yeah.
on! We must hide ourselves.
Prince Ali.
Come on!
They've reached into my mind and taken the memory of somewhere I've been.
Brilliant deduction by Captain Pike, gentlemen. Yes, he was still inside his cell.
How's his hair blonde now? But yet you're still protecting her.
What's his instincts? Why would she step right in front of that animal?
You can see the foam.
I know. Pretty gruesome.
Ew. Ew.
But and dressed you in the same metal fabric they wear?
Or I can wear whatever you wish. Or be anything you wish.
So they can see how this specimen performs?
They want to see an XX rated video, homie, that's why.
Is there any way I can keep them from probing my mind and from using my thoughts against me? And since you're not real, there's not much point in continuing this conversation, is there?
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Take cover.
10, 9, 8, 7.
No cover, by the way. Straight, like there's two rocks and he's right in the center of it.
And it's supposed to be like their biggest gun.
Well, rocks are breaking. But it's not doing anything.
Disengage!
And before they all blow up.
It's a quick nuke away. I'm just saying.
You're better than a theater to them. They create an illusion for you. They watch you react, feel your emotions. They have a whole collection of specimens, descendants of life brought back long ago from all over this part of the galaxy.
So they just trap people left and right.
We're like Adam and Eve. If we could...
Control Alt Delete.
Escape. Hey, help me through a Pokeball in there.
Then you were captured as breeding stock.
Why? Just to maintain a supply of zoo specimens?
Much more, Captain.
I want to ask so many questions, but I don't want to spoil.
Yeah,
anything
same
for
here.
These two.
I've been very quiet because I know if I say anything, I'm gonna spoil stuff.
Yeah.
You overlook the unpleasant alternative of punishment.
Then they can really make you feel all of that?
You do have limitations, don't you?
If you continue to disobey, from deeper in your mind, there are things even more unpleasant.
Seems more important to you now that I begin to accept her and like her.
We wish our specimens to be happy in their new life.
So, marriage counseling. Awesome.
You want some coffee, dear?
Wrangler.
Oh, he did say he had...
Get yourself a pair of Wrangler jeans.
This is what he mentioned in when he was talking to the doctor earlier. Something like this. This is what I'm thinking they're gonna give him if they go back there.
This is how it feels to
because
chew 5 gum.
if he can't move, and he's just strapped in his mind, then at least let him live his final moments in peace.
Yeah.
They can't read through primitive emotions, but you can't keep it up for long enough.
Who can't? I mean, they will never get me. I'll be.
Return to
Yo.
monkey.
They will send you away. They're like, from the minute you walked in, like, no, not this one. Throw them into space.
Yeah.
My favorite part of this episode.
You are now king.
No.
Oh, traitor.
Dude, what is the lady from
She-Hulk?
No.
Gamora?
No. Oh my god. The Green Giant's wife from the vegetable can. She starts shooting peas at you.
They're like animals.
Long beep.
Vicious, seductive. They say no human male can resist them.
That's 15 years ago.
Can
Come
I
on.
get a copy of this for later use?
This guy's machine is just going off.
Pike.
His heart
Pike is
monitor.
like boop 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 boop. Hey now.
And as she appeared to him in many forms, each more exciting than the last, Pike was beginning to weaken.
So they're finding more and more ways to make them feel.
They're trying to break them,
attracted
yeah.
to each other.
Wouldn't you say it was worth a man's soul?
Okay, now you're making it seem like making a deal with the devil. Relax.
We're hoping to transport down inside the Telosian community.
If our measurements and readings are an illusion also, one could find oneself materialized inside solid rock.
Nothing will be said if any volunteer wants to back out.
I'm up.
Into rock? I can die right now.
I'm up.
They're all brave. I don't want to get on that if it's working 100%.
Offspring? As in children?
Offspring is in he's Adam. Is that it?
You're no better choice. They'd have more luck crossing him with a computer.
Jesus.
Bombastic side-eye.
Wrong thinking is punishable. Right thinking will be as quickly rewarded. You will find it an effective combination.
Okay, what about the perk of the last girl?
I like to think while the commanders are like watching this, they're like, so which one did you choose?
Making bets.
Use the first one. Beep, beep. Oh, look at that. Look. Ah. Yeah, just because you're making yourself look strong doesn't mean you're strong, homie.
All right. You try one more illusion, you try anything at all, and I'll break your neck.
Captain, please. It's your life now. At least a chance for life.
You keep talking about life, Mr. Spock. A chance for life. How? As a prisoner? Caged? A zoo specimen? Living the illusions that amuse his keepers?
No, Captain. There's more to it.
Guilty, yes or no, Captain? Yes. I must also vote guilty as charged. And you, Captain?
Guilty as charged.
Okay. I didn't see a part 3. I only saw part 2.
Did they just leave?
They can't leave. He had them under control.
I'm not gonna lie to you. For some reason, I thought they were back into
The ship?
Pike thing.
You will now begin carefully guided lives.
Start by burying you.
That is your choice.
So they're trying to remake Earth.
Well, this planet.
She's aging.
She was already old.
You see why I can't go with...
This is the female's true appearance.
They found me in the wreckage, dying. Lump of flesh. But they had never seen a human. They had no guide for putting me back together.
What does she look? She looks like
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Got you, buddy.
You'll give her back her illusion of beauty.
And more.
So it could be used for good, in all honesty.
And they were trying to save their planet.
Technically, they could have made it seem like that was Pike.
Engage!
Is that even?
Oh, technically, the illusion that he could be able to walk again, and it
Yeah, that's...
Well, they can just
Not
rebuild
even.
him. They just said that they can rebuild him.
pretty much.
Commodore, don't you
Just
think
the
that...
power of illusion at this point.
What? That threw me off.
So now this comes to my question. What do the Telosians get out of this?
His presence there and in the shuttlecraft was an illusion.
Wow, how powerful are
How
they?
far can they really reach them?
Captain Pike is welcome to spend the rest of his life with us, unfettered by his physical body. The decision is yours and his.
I guess now that he remembered, maybe
Yes.
he'll change his answer from no to yes.
Message from Starbase 11, sir. General Order 7 prohibiting contact Talos 4 is suspended this occasion. No action contemplated against Spock. Proceed as you think best. Signed, Mendez J.I., Commodore, Starbase 11.
But that could be an illusion too.
That could be an illusion too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they could just make the illusion that they never visited Talos for.
If it reaches
Yeah,
that
but yeah,
far,
how far can it reach?
Well, they reached all the way from a spacecraft, so...
Mr. Spock, would you care to take Captain Pike to the transporter room?
Can you transport him in the chair?
I mean...
You imagine?
I can't imagine how they're going to do it.
They just leave him on the floor.
I apologize, guys.
Why? This is a real question. Like, is there a transmission error here?
Regrettable tendency you've been showing lately towards flagrant emotionalism.
I see no reason to insult me, sir. I believe I've been completely logical about the whole affair.
BS. This is all emotion based.
So the new season is pretty much Captain Pike illusion.
The new show, you mean?
No, like the new show. That's what.
I don't know. I have no idea what the show's about. I mean, we're gonna look at a trailer later. Oh, I really did like that episode. That was. I like you were saying earlier. I was very quiet because I didn't want to spoil anything for these guys.
And I had so many questions how I was gonna go about it because.
You okay?
You good?
He's choked.
That was very emotional based. That wasn't no logic. He went out of his way
100%.
to break rules, to go break him out. But it does make you wonder how far-reaching is that power they have, illusion. You know, could they have made an illusion where Pike is still at that hospital or that place, and then he come be at the planet itself? You know.
And that's why they were saying he's almost in a coma-like state.
Yeah.
The thing is where unless if it was based off by the first mission or the first visitors of Thanos.
Talos.
4 was probably the reason why it was restricted. Then okay, so could it be also a theory where they ended up making the whole illusion that Talos 4 wasn't ever restricted in the first place?
No, I think it was restricted for the same reason why they caught Pike in the first place. That if anybody went to that planet, they were going to use them. They were going to use that species for whatever reason, whatever their cause
Which
were.
could have destroyed.
Which could have, that could have been horrible. I mean,
Making us slaves.
I wonder if they ever touch up on this planet again in other Star Treks. You know, if we go back and revisit whatever this planet, because that's a pretty powerful. It's one
ability.
Of those. Yeah, because they've faced powerful beings in the past, and this is one of the groups that they faced that are powerful. This is not just one person. This is like a whole planet of these guys that are super powerful.
I have a commentary real quick. Excuse me, what are we doing with this information? Like, they're zoologists. Like, what are we doing with this? Like, first and foremost, I'd love to live all this planet in fairy tale. Like, first thing I'm doing is taking this planet out. Okay, as a captain, I can't have this power around.
You don't know that. You don't know if you can.
Who?
You're gonna think that you're blowing it up, but you're not. You're an illusion.
I'm sorry, I can.
Okay, whatever.
I
You do. You would think that you really are an ape. Like you said a second ago.
Like, listen to me. Listen to me. We know Talos is in this vicinity right here, right?
You're gonna be.
I'm about one light year away.
Michael, I've seen you saving throw ropes.
One light year.
You would
away.
not be quiet.
I'm telling you, like 1 light year away. I'm from this nice little station. I will push a button, a big red button. Okay. And this whole thing is gone because the fact that they're recording and like, what are they using this information for? Like, the first thing I'm thinking is like security measures. You're getting a human there. Now they know how we think. They know how we act. They know everything about us.
Again, you will be powerless against their power. You would think you'd be doing that. They will control every movement you have.
The last question was like, hey, is between you two guys.
Well,
right, it's between me. It's Pike and the captain. All right, like it's between both of you. Like, if you want, like, it's your decision. I'll be like, no, you can't go. Sorry, you can't go. You're gonna have to stay right there in that little chair the whole time. No, I'm talking about because I don't know what type of security. Like, this is a security risk to the human race.
But if Pike wants this to happen. If he's the one who wants this to happen, how's that going to be?
Because we don't know their intentions. What do you mean? We don't know anything about their intentions.
I don't
like if Gerard was like, hey, I really want to shoot up like this place. I'm like, no. He's like, but he really wants it to happen. No, you can't do that. It's a security risk. I'm sorry, you're a security risk. I'm not going to do it.
I think the fact that they let Pike go in the very beginning shows that they're a peaceful race. Because they could have kept him in.
They didn't let him go, but they didn't let him go. This guy held the gun up to his head and was like, I'm gonna blow this place up.
But they could have let the ship explode.
What? That's what I'm saying.
When Pike got back in his ship, they could have made them think other things to destroy their own ship. They never did that.
Yeah, but
no, she said that. Did she not say that? She said they could make him think. They could make him think, everybody in the ship, that they're doing something. Meanwhile, they're pressing the wrong button.
But the captain,
and it doesn't matter. Hold on. You don't understand what I'm saying? The thing is that eventually Pike did go away, so they were that act alone shows that they were being compassionate and peaceful and let them go instead of like, yeah, you guys, you're not good to stay here, just go on your way. They could have destroyed them. They could have destroyed them again, but they're too powerful. Which is the reason why they don't want nobody in there. So having Pike come back, I believe, was another act of compassion.
Or they were just studying us to see how we would react, and then this further study can be used for something malicious. That's my whole thing.
Like what?
Like, war strategies. Okay, this is how they act. This is the certain things that they do in the war. So when we go to war with them, I know exactly how they're going to act in human emotion. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't let my human race...
But I think the fact that they're sick of war. War is what destroyed their planet. They don't want anything to do with war. That's what I think. They're not like any other race that we've seen before. They were more concerned about survival and whatever was going on that planet, and because they are victims of war, which is another reason why they let Pike go. That we don't want this.
Yeah.
You're too destructive. You don't fit our category. I don't think that they would take the humans to go back into war when and something they don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I really do think that this was definitely
sorry.
I mean, I can see how this can be. What you're saying could probably be validated with any other race, but not these guys. I think they've shown repeatedly that they definitely were not. They were not a violent or a warlike type of race.
I don't know if they would say not violent. I'm just saying
they didn't show any violence.
They did not just show this guy going to hell. And like, we have to control you.
That was just an illusion again.
I'm saying, but yeah, we have to control you. It's violence for the mind.
But I'm saying they didn't hit.
It's true. It's true. If I make you, violence is described as me doing some harm to others, right?
But
if I'm harming you in a psychological or emotional way, that's still violence.
I don't think so. I'm telling. That's not enough to win a war.
Who? With them?
Anyway, you know what? I don't agree with you, Mike. Let's agree to disagree.
Yeah, let's agree to disagree.
I think you're. Yeah, okay.
Tell us what you guys think. I think they kind of displayed their intent already by saying they wanted to just make a colony of humans to revitalize the planet.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, all it takes is one bad apple, bro.
They're looking for
one of them is messed up. They got a little bit something here, a loose bolt. Okay,
I think
he takes.
Were you watching the same episode?
No, I was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm saying the act of me letting him. No, I'm saying no. That's all.
But
that's all I'm answering.
But I think you're adding to the story. You're adding things that were not there.
No. Again, I'm telling you how I would have reacted. That is my reaction to the show. That I'm reacting to the show. I love what they did and amazing, all that. But me, if I am answering the question, that's what I react.
I don't want them to be violent, so I'm going to be violent against them.
No.
That's what you're saying.
What I'm trying to say, I would never. Yes, of course. First and foremost, but secondly, I will not let that happen. Like let Pike go. No, you can't do it. Sorry.
I really want to see.
But I really don't think you will have the choice.
Who?
You would think that Pike didn't leave. Meanwhile, he left because you thought he didn't leave.
Again, yeah. Still, I would say no. I would have said no. Even if it would have done nothing, I still would have said no.
But I'm saying, even you saying no, even though we're dragging on with this conversation.
We are.
Even you saying no, you would never know he left.
Again, I would still say no.
Say no all you want.
You know what I really want to
say? He'll still be in the planet with no problem with you saying no. You'll be in space by yourself saying no. No.
And then I would notice.
No, meanwhile, this guy.
Listen, and then I would notice he's not in the ship. Oh,
no,
hey, this guy's not in the ship.
In your eyes, he'll be in the ship.
No, after a certain distance, you'll be like, oh,
you don't know that. We don't know how far-reaching this is.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta kill him.
See, I have a few questions, and this also honestly popped in my head, and this is derivative of the conversation you two have been going off for like
I don't know how long now.
I'm trying to help him.
Yes.
I'm trying to agree to disagree, but you keep going.
Anyways, I was wondering, like, what relation is the Talosians to, like, Charlie X? Because it seemed like there was congruent powers.
No,
there.
because these guys, these Talosians, are illusionists. Charlie had power. Charlie, he didn't. You couldn't even move the ship. People were disappearing. People were dying. People's faces were gone. You know, no laughing. You know, the face was completely gone, and people were like, you know.
Yeah.
I think that was strength. Period.
And the other thing that what I wanted to really see is like a what if Khan was their first interaction with the human race. But like Vera was still there, but it was Khan instead of Captain Pike. Like how messed up would that make Khan? Like would he be able to learn their power of illusion? What type
that'd be scary.
What type of society would come if because Khan would figure all that out pretty quickly.
But then you know what? He probably would have been happy at that planet they were left off at if he had that ability. You know, if he would have had their technology or their way of thinking or way of doing the planet he was left off at in the movie.
Yeah.
They probably would have done better than what they did end up doing. Maybe I might be wrong.
I'm just saying because Khan seems like perfect for what they were thinking, minus his extremism of, you know, being top of the world.
Which, by the way, their illusion, I think it didn't reach to that base where they were at. Because if the illusion reached that base, I don't think Spock will have to be changing tapes and programming the computer the way he did.
Yeah, he
can still do an illusion up there.
It didn't go far though, because
no, it went pretty far.
Even when they were on the spacecraft, Commodore Mendez was a whole illusion.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's pretty far-reaching.
Yeah, right. That is like I feel like it was. Why not use that same illusion to just leave Pike there and take the real Pike out, and everybody still thinks that he's there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then only unless maybe their power is limited in the force that they're going to go do it for so long. Maybe that could be it.
Also, what would be their benefit to that in that regards? Because the whole thing I was thinking throughout the show, and I wanted to ask the question, but I didn't want to spoil anything for Gerard and Michael, was like, what do they get out of this? Because they've already said they don't want anything to do with the human race besides the specimen, but even then they were like, you guys are too violent of a race.
That's my question. That's my question, bro. It's too scary.
But
too
maybe it's still that different, like that a different perspective.
I guess.
You know, not in the sense of like, I mean, honestly, Pike cannot rebuild a nuclear weapon.
No, honestly.
For them, you know, but maybe it's like his world, and they're seeing this in their mind. Like you said before, to them it's all theater.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that, you know.
And then if that's the case,
yeah, but then there's also narcotics too. That's my worry too. Like, you know, we're sick of this. This is the narcotic to us. We're kind of sick of this.
I mean, we can draw a lot of
I'm wondering if
outcomes to this.
You know what I really want to see now?
I'm telling you,
the new
series
with Pike. If the ending has to be him in the chair and they just pan out of his mind.
Well, I wonder now if we've seen enough Star Trek with Pike that we can go and look at those episodes, you know, and they won't spoil this show for us.
Well, it might spoil because of like we haven't even met the.
No, but Pike,
Klingons, that's what they're called.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know if they even.
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be doing Klingons. I wonder if we watch because of what we see now with Pike. Was this ending? I don't think there's any more episodes. I might be wrong. If we're wrong, are there any more episodes of Pike in this show? And this series,
if he comes back and these people are crazy strong, I'll be pissed off. I'm gonna be pissed off. Yo, I'm gonna be. You better like, you better pray these people don't come back.
Listen,
I'm telling you, if I was part of the human race, I would save you all. But like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You guys are welcome.
I think you have too much emotions. I'm like Spock. As all logic, you're going based off emotions.
Clearly not logical.
Immediately evolved.
No, you're too emotional. I'm too logical.
Logical.
No,
you're too violent.
No.
The last reaction, you were elbowing women in the face. Am I wrong?
Different
Your
show.
immediate final.
Different show. I got different personality
Final
disorders.
solution compared to us thinking. Listen, we can
Listen to me. Listen to me. I snip shit in the butt. I snip shit. I don't need this to fester.
But we have to accept the fact that there are definitely warlike aliens out there.
For sure.
And there's got to be peace-like aliens out there, right? That maybe like them. They're so sick of war.
I'm human. I'm sorry. I can't think that way.
No, well, that's why you will not survive.
Yeah, no, I'm human. I can't think that way.
We're not perfect. Immediately.
Oh, the four of us would not make Starfleet Academy. But that's not the point. The point is that where we're going with this episode, again, what did they get out of this?
I would be the Commodore.
And I think it's the fact.
I'd be immediately genocidal.
I also think that Vina companionship. Him being there for Vina. I think it could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can draw a lot of conclusions. Yeah, we'd like to know what you guys are thinking about. Are we way off?
Clearly, we have a lot of thoughts about the show. So hopefully you guys have the same amount.
But they use a lot of the pilot episode in this.
Yeah, but it was good. It was like a good amount too.
Well, I can see this being compelling if this is the first time audience ever seen the pilot episode. Like it was never played.
Yeah.
Because it was like it's supposed to be like on a DVD special. No one ever seen it. So seeing that like new material for Star Trek that's been out for like 30 years or 20 years, they're like, wow, look at this. This is pretty cool. That's why when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, this has to be like remastered or something, because it looked like it might have been remastered or whatever. Because there were scenes in the video in the episode where there's a change of quality of the video.
Yeah,
there was pretty evident that there was some change in the evidence.
There's also some edited scenes.
But again, with all that said, with everything that happened in this episode, I still believe that Spock would be a horrible villain to deal with.
I feel like we can all agree.
If he decided to go ape shit and just take over the ship, just pinch you here, pinch you there, pinch you like, hey, you go in there, the whole ship has been dropped, no one got shot, they've been dropped because they got pinched in the neck, and he just decided to go hack everything. That's pretty OP.
Yeah, he can invade your mind.
I mean, that was pretty OP. We're looking at Spock, what Spock can do. Which makes even the second movie we saw like, wow, this guy, he doesn't always logical. Even though they play a lot, logical, there's no way. The half human part of him makes him make decisions that, are very human,
it's there.
Yeah. It's a struggle for him to fight it. Well, anyway, guys, this was the Menagerie Part 1 and Part 2. These episodes will be on our Patreon unedited for as little as $1 a month. We are enjoying this. Of all the episodes I've seen so far in Star Trek, this will have to be my favorite.
Also, if out of all the times to get Patreon, this would be it. Like, I'm guessing there's going to be a long conversation that's going to be either cut out or
the behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes is crazy. For the Patreon, they're going to go crazy. So I would definitely invest in that $1 for sure. Put that $1, just $1. Don't need to be that much. Just $1. I'm telling you.
We are enjoying this show. I thought this episode was very strong. I saw it was written by Gene Roddenberry.
Yep.
Like he wrote this episode.
Yep.
I thought that was fantastic that he did that, and this was that. It's one of the best episodes I think I've seen so far, and I'm sure there's more to come. Anyway, guys, listen, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We want to know what you think, what we thought about. We want to know your comments in the comment section. Did you guys draw the same conclusions? Do you have other conclusions based off of this episode on how the Telosians, their power, their decision, Spock's decision to do everything they did this time around? And with these two episodes that we saw, these three episodes, the pilot episode and these two episodes, can we take a sneak peek at Star Trek, the Strange New Worlds, which is with Pike? What do we got? Listen, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We are R Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard.
I'm Julien.
I'm Michael.
Guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Stay safe, guys.